Hello folks, welcome to day 40, the 9th of February. Monday night, a little bit tired today. Went into town with some of my GCSE students to a music conference. So I was sitting in the hall and the man on stage was talking about practice, and it really got me thinking about another creativity hack. I've talked before about how I think creativity is something you have to practice, and the harder you practice at it, the better it gets. But sitting in the hall, I was also thinking about the fact that these students are aiming towards something very specific. So they have a very clear goal in mind in terms of the piece of music they're learning and what they want it to sound like. And I think that this can be applied to writing in a very similar way. Yes, the aim is to hit a particular word count every day with the outcome of a novel in mind, but I think you can be far more specific than that. So you can talk about the greats. Let's say you're a big fan of Stephen King. You'd like to write a book that's reminiscent or that affects you as much as The Shining or It or The Stand. And so that becomes your goal in the same way that a pianist is desperate to be able to play a piece of Bach absolutely perfectly. You're choosing the outcome based upon something you've already heard, or in this case, something you've already read, and thinking, this has this power and this affected me in this way, and that's what I want to create with my writing. So rather than thinking I'm just going to write a novel which is going to be this many words, I think there's perhaps a lot of power to saying I'm going to write a novel that will particularly affect me and readers in this way. So in the same way that a musician will record themselves after they've been practicing for a certain period of time and listen back and think, is this hitting exactly what I wanted to hit? So as authors, I think we go back and we read stuff that we've written and decide, is this doing exactly what I want it to do? Am I nailing the emotion in this scene? Am I nailing the action in this scene? Am I making this scene as powerful as it can be? Am I stirring people with it in the same way that a great musician would like to stir someone with their playing? And I think that is a really good way, not only obviously to bolster and strengthen our creativity, but also to strengthen us as authors, as writers, to really reflect on what we're doing in a similar way to a musician. I don't just want to learn the notes, I want to make it sound like wonderful music. Progress for today, not too bad considering I was in town all day. 4,500 words written and 7,200 words edited. Quote for today comes from Jodie Picoult, and she says, "The act of reading is a partnership. The author builds the house, but the reader makes it a home." Which kind of goes back to what I was just saying a little bit, I think. You have to write with your reader in mind, and you have to ensure that what you're writing is powerful enough for that reader to really step into the story and feel it in the way that you'd like them to feel it. Hope everyone's had a lovely Monday, and I shall see you tomorrow. Cheers!